Self-defense is not the picture-perfect example you sometimes see on social media. Today we're going to talk about the reality of these situations and some practical tools. All right, number one, we got to talk about intentionality. If a stranger, a big man who has size on you, is grabbing you by the wrist, you have to remember intentionality. This person has bad intentions. They're trying to hurt you. They're trying to take you around the corner, trying to take you to a vehicle, trying to take you somewhere where you don't belong. So you have to have equal bad intentions for this person as well. When somebody has bad intentions for you, you have to remember they're going to keep at it. It's not gonna be as easy as just doing a simple technique and then getting out. They might be way bigger than you, way stronger than you. This grip might have cemented. This is not a good situation to be in. So we gotta do whatever we can to get out as fast as we can. Number one is situational awareness above all. We don't want this to happen in general. This is worst case scenario, okay? That's number one. If you end up in this situation, something along the way happened to where somebody was able to grab you, right? We wanna have just those few seconds, even if it's just a few seconds, because in self-defense, seconds matter. I wanna be able to see this person coming. And maybe even then, he doesn't get a full grip on me, and then this technique is gonna be easier, right? But if this grip cements, this is very hard to escape from somebody who's a lot stronger and a lot bigger. So let's talk about practical tools you can use. Number one, if he has a single grip, what are my weapons that I still have available? I still have at least 3 weapons available, right? So if this grip is not coming off, I'm doing everything I can to pry, I'm gonna go to a self-defense tool right away, right? And start working those points. If I'm in a situation where I am just not prepared, I don't have that tool, I'm going to have to use what's available to me, and that's my fist, that's my body, right? So I have points of escape here, but I have to remember he also has weapons. So I need to be aware of these things. Number one, I want to create space and distance. I want to have that space so that I can readily come back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and grip my hands together. I'm gonna sit down hard into my stance, and from here I'm leaning back, and notice the split stance, right? I'm ready to come back with an unwinded position from here. So I want this split stance, this staggered stance, and I want to create that space. From here, I'm gonna start working on this grip. I'm gonna grip my hands together, palm to palm. I'm gonna work my wrist towards the weak point, which is the thumb. From here, notice how his arm starts to turn over. From there, if this doesn't open, because he's a big, strong person, right? I'm gonna use my elbow for leverage. From there, I have my practical tools, such as hammer fists. From there, I can unwind out of this position. I'm wound up. Hammer fist, any point of contact I can reach, bridge in the nose, temple, ear. From there, front kick, I can go groin, I can go kneecap, I can go stomach, right? But we want to think about the 3 W's: windows, wind, and wheels. Windows, the eyes; wind, any source of being able to breathe; and then the wheels, being able to move. Okay, so if I can go to the groin, that's a source for wind. If I can go to the kneecap, he's not gonna be able to move after that if I collapse that kneecap back, right? From there, I have enough space to once again either come back to my tool or run, grab my phone, etc. But again, this person is not gonna be easy to escape. They have bad intentions. You gotta do what you can to stop them.
Where are you going? I just want to talk to you.
So what do you do if somebody starts to invade your sphere of influence? All right, so we see somebody hanging out on our pathway of where we're trying to go. If we're alone, especially, we need to make space. In general, if I had a girlfriend, even a friend, anybody I cared about, I'm taking them away from that space as well. This all goes back to situational awareness. I don't want to be within 10 feet of this person, right? Maybe even that is too close. I will cross the entire street to get out of the way of somebody who I don't recognize, and that's very important. Making sure that you're creating space before anything. Being aware of the positioning of this person, creating space. Now, that's why we're creating these educational videos, right? Let's say you didn't, right? And you end up in a situation that is worst case scenario. What do? Let's talk about it. So if I walk beside this person, if he's in the range to where he can touch me, he's breaking my sphere of influence. That's what we call sphere of influence, okay? He can grab me here, he can grab my hair, he can grab my wrist, he can take me away, he can just straight punch me here, he can pull out a weapon. There's a whole range of things that can happen, right? All of these things are worst case scenario. I don't even want that to come to that case. But let's say that we are in this bad situation. That's why we have these videos. Now, he's got me in a position where maybe he's backing me up against a structure. Number one, I want to already have my hands up in this situation. As he starts coming towards me, my hands are already coming up. I'm already starting to take on a stance. We talked about that, this split stance. I'm ready to unwind with powerful strikes from this position already, right? And my hands are up ready for whatever that is coming. And now, this doesn't have to be a threatening position. To this guy, hey man, I just don't want any problems. But really in reality, I'm ready to fight you, right? I'm ready to get out of this situation if I need to, okay? So this is number one. I already want to start to create distance. I don't want him to close in on my sphere of influence. Number two, I want to navigate against the structure. I don't want to go this way. I'm gonna navigate away from the structure so I have options. If I start navigating this way and letting him close off my distance here, now I'm stuck. I only have 2-3 ways to go. Through this guy, we don't wanna have to do that, right? We wanna avoid this at all costs. Or I'm going this way, or I'm going this way. This person is not gonna let you do any of that. Intentionality, if somebody's trying to block off your space, you don't know this person, they're a lot bigger than you, they have bad intentions, you have to have equal bad intentions, right? So our hands are up, we're already in a staggered stance, we're ready here. Now, in this situation, I'm going to start to try to navigate left and right. That's number one. I want to try to get out of the front position here. So I have my hands up, I'm already starting to create that space. What happens if that person starts to close that space? Let's say physically with their body. Let's say he puts his arms on the wall. What do I do here, right? My hands are up already. I have points of contact. You want to think about those 3 W's once again: windows, wind, and wheels. So we have the eyes here, we have the ears here, we have the throat here, we have the groin here, we have the kneecap here if we wanted it. What is the closest possible in this situation where I can back him up? I'm gonna go with an open tiger mouth straight to the throat. Doesn't take a lot of pressure to collapse the throat, okay? And from here, because I created this staggered stance, I have leverage. If I was back against the wall, I'm no longer gonna have that leverage. I wanna make sure that I'm in this stance. So even from here, I can really quickly attack the throat. I want just enough space so that I can escape out of this position. Again, we're back to intentionality. If somebody is closing off your movement, they have bad intentions, okay? You cannot try to pry these arms off. You can't just try to get out here. What happens if he grabs your hair? You want to stop the situation as fast as possible. So you want to go for a weak point, boom, and then I'm out, right? And I can grab my tool and I can start my way, my descent. Ugh. Situation like this can turn a lot messier than you think. It's gonna be extremely hard to get out of a situation like this, and it's not going to be clean cut. Again, there is no specific technique that works for everything. You use what's available, you have tools to rely on, right? But there is no clear cut. So let's talk about why that is. So what you see here is a bear hug with my arms trapped, okay? This person's grip is gonna be strong. You gotta remember that. This person is probably a lot bigger than me, so they could probably carry me, right? They can. So we have to think about the weight proportioning here and then also the grip. Now, that can change. Let's say he had an underhand grip. Now, how does this change? Well, I have more options because my arms are free, right? Or let's say it gets worse. Let's say he has wrist control. Now, what options do I have, right? So this situation can be tricky depending on how this person is grabbing you. There is no way to know how they're gonna grab you. So that's why situational awareness comes first. I don't wanna be in this situation. This is worst case scenario. Now I'm gonna give you a few tools to rely on in this situation. So let's talk with arms underneath and he has a grip over. Most likely this is gonna be the initial grip, right? And then it might transfer down to the wrists as needed once he starts to feel struggle, right? But initially, he's probably gonna try to take me away by grabbing my entire body, right? He's gonna try to take me away with that closed grip over my arms. So let's get back to that position. Number one, he's trying to take you somewhere. You don't wanna go there. So this person lifts up, I'm going to use my body weight to get back to the ground. You have to keep your feet on the ground. This person lifts, my leg, and sit. Now, if this person is really, really strong, even that is going to be a struggle. You might need to do that several times, okay? And from there, he might still keep trying to. So what comes after that? You need to make sure these arms are trapped. Okay, because what we don't want is the arms to start to move up to the neck. And this is an even worse case scenario. So let's trap these arms. Let's make sure we have control over these hands, okay? 2, once we sit down, we want to send our weight back behind us. Boom. That's going to create space. Okay, do you see just that little bit of space I created? From there, now I have options. I'm gonna go, we already talked about it, hammer fist. I'm gonna go to the groin. I'm just gonna allow my hips to shift. This can go either way, just whatever is available, okay? I'm gonna go straight to the groin. Now this might be up to 5 times, okay? You're swinging, right? You're trying to get this person to at least let go with one arm, okay? Now, some people, again, have high pain tolerance. What if they don't let go, okay? I'm gonna grip and rip, right? Okay, these are the things that you're gonna have to do to be able to get out. Let's say that doesn't work, okay? We have to keep moving through our options. We have to keep moving. If something's not working, move to something else, okay? And again, during this process, you think this person's just gonna hold you like this? What are they doing? Dragging you. They're dragging you as this is happening. So you can see how it gets really messy really fast. Okay? Now, another thing, you always want a self-defense tool on you, always. Always, always, always. If I can get to my self-defense tool, I'm getting that tool out and I'm using that anywhere I can touch. Again, let's talk worst case scenario. You don't have that tool, okay? Let's move on. I'm still controlling his arms because he's still holding me. He's dragging me back. He's doing what he has to do. I'm gonna stop the feet from moving now. I'm gonna step behind, okay? So now, I have a source of leverage with my stance, okay? Even just buckling at the knee here, this person doesn't want to fall backwards, right? So what do people do when they don't want to fall? Their arms start to come out to catch, right? Let's say that doesn't happen. That's fine. I still have this guy here. I'm going to create some of that space here. Elbow, elbow. I'm gonna make this person open up. I can still go to the groin. Now, once I'm free here, okay, I wanna immediately go back elbow to the face. I'm gonna use this source of leverage here, and I'm gonna push. From there, I have space, get my self-defense tool, get my phone, make my escape. So remember, self-defense is not clean cut. There is no one simple technique, but there are tools. Self-awareness and situational awareness always come first. Always have a tool, always have a self-defense tool ready and available to go. Stay safe out there and keep learning.